Hello everyone, I am Amandeep Singh, Principal Analyst of Conversational AI and leading Generative AI.
Hi, I'm Sofia Ali. I'm leading data management as a principal analyst in Quadrant Knowledge Solutions.
So, me and Sophia are here today to discuss upon how AI and data management are playing a very crucial role in the recent evolution of AI and data management as well. So, me and Sophia have a lot of discussions with clients, and every discussion sum up at discussing on generative AI and Gen AI.
Right. So every conversation start with AI but end with data management.
I think the truth is there is no AI without data.
Right.
Right, so just give me a perspective, let me give you a perspective about how AI comes in picture with generative AI. So there are a lot of different models and approaches that have been adopted when we talk about generative AI. When there are models such as prompt engineering, right?
Right.
The data teams are working on different types of prompt to get retrieval of very accurate information that is available at the LLM base. Then there is fine tuning of models. So we have data at different domains, very specifically situated, and you have to train specific data for specific domain. For example, finance, for example, healthcare. There are different types of data. So people are trying to create repositories of data that is will power a specific domain of it. So that's nothing but fine tuning of LLM. Also, people are working on custom LLM, so they are trying to create a curated set of LLM and training that LLM on the past of data that they have. For example, I've seen this motion with the customer service industry. So whatever customer interaction data they have, they're trying to train a recent LLM of their own and giving more accurate data and more accurate personalization things to their customers because of the data that they have trained on from past years. Recently, we have been also be hearing about RAG with AI. So retrieval augmented generation, it's nothing but we are talking to a technology which is infused in AI that helps you to respond after reviewing a certain amount of data and then summarizing it in a form. So there are two stages, right? One is retrieval and one is generation. To give you an example, for example, if I give you for RAG is, you go to a hotel and you just type with the chatbot that, hey, I want a hotel which is sea view and is also pet friendly. So what it will do, the RAG model, it will go and fetch the information for sea view and having pet friendly, and it's a good room, and it will come back with a summarization of that. Hey Sophia, that we'll love to welcome you on board, and you'll have this deluxe room with pet friendly and sea view ocean breeze. So what it did, it retrieved information from particular source and then it generalized, give it more personalized touch, summarized it, and then present it to you. So these are the models which data teams are working currently in all these fields.
Yeah, correctly mentioned, Amandeep. As you have mentioned about various models like LLM, and you have mentioned about the fine tuning and prompt engineering into this modeling. Okay, and how I will just try to emphasize on how data management is important in all this kind of fine tuning and prompting of these models, right? So see, if as you have mentioned about customer experience, right? So for providing an effective and accurate model to the customers so that they can utilize its output for solving its challenges, they have to the vendors who is offering this model to the customers have to train their model with like large amount of data which they have stored from past several years. So to store those data and to clean those data, to manage those data, govern those data, you need data management tools into places, right? Without an effective data management tool, you cannot create an effective model that can help customers to solve their problems or to get whatever they want from that prompting and from that chatbot or from generative AI, whatever they need in from those kind of models, right? And apart from this, every organization, like we you have mentioned that we are talking to various customers and they are like focusing on how to utilize generative AI. Everyone is moving towards generative AI, but the differentiating part, what I think of using generative AI and to make themselves differentiated from other vendors into the market is to have an effective data management and knowledge base into the backend. One should have an effective data management so that they can mitigate the high risk and security reasons that can affect those prompting and output of the models will be effective in the market, and in that sense the vendors can differentiate themselves in the market. So to mitigate those challenge, vendors has to have various tools of data management into place, starting from data cataloging that can classify data, that can track lineage of the data, that can provide metadata to the data that is present into the modeling phase. Then data governance, data quality checking, data integration from various sources, as we see that the data are into various sources, and you have also mentioned about the data silos that is happening into the enterprises. So, and these data silos, when they come into one place through data virtualization or digitalization, the RAG model can be effective, and the RAG model can provide an effective output by having various data silos into one place. So these are some of the factors of data management that will impact for generating accurate output from these kind of model and generative AI.
I think Sophia, you were just bang on the point, because as you just discussed, for me there is no AI without data, right? And data accuracy, data quality is only be possible through very effective strategies of data management that you can implement into the organization. So what happens, when I'm talking to end users in initial phase, when generative AI had a boom, everyone was in a line of, hey, we want to make use of Gen AI, how we can use it. Everyone was coming as to me with queries, I want to use here. So we have this DAL framework, digital AI leap framework, in which we tell them that it's a seedling phase, right? You need to identify very small use cases first, and you need to cultivate this things inside the organization culture, and then at the blossom phase you'll actually reap benefits out of it. So it's a process that everyone has to follow, so. But in the recent times, in the past 2 quarters, when I'm interacting with them, they want everyone is like, hey, now we want to create some value out of generative AI. So how are we going to do that? So there are different types of Gen AI solutions available, but those are mostly in terms of customer service industry and marketing automation industry. The reason is that the risk is very minimal over there, right? For example, you can have 100 templates which can be powered by some level of hallucinations. You have to just choose one template for marketing automation. There is some type of customer service which can be have some type of minimal risk. But when we come in in the level above, there are industries like finance, healthcare, where actually hallucinations are not possible, where we need more accurate and personalized information as per one's body type, as per one's financial conditions, one advisory conditions. So that at that time, the data which powers the decision making should be very accurate. So that plays a very important role. One of the trend I am also seeing, it's in terms of co-pilot. Now, first we were into AI in search of that automating everything, right? We need to automate everything, but now we'll see that AI is actually automating the tedious tasks that were there, and we are the trend of co-pilot is coming into picture, where we are augmenting humans with AI assistants that will help them to increase their productivity, help them to take more informed decisions and such like that. So we are moving towards not in a world of obviously eradicating humans and replacing AI. We are augmenting AI and humans for better outcomes. And that is only possible with the help of data.
Yes, and that comes to data democratization. With this, data democratization comes into picture, and how various users can utilize this data. Right, and as you have mentioned about this finance and healthcare sector, the privacy and the regulatory compliance should be effective into that sectors and industries, and hence governance strategy, data governance strategy, and data privacy strategy should be in place, so that they can have effective data output from generative AI.
Perfect. To sum up this discussion, everyone, I would just like to summarize this in a part that everyone there, trying to implement generative AI and go for, a valuable solutions and reap benefits from generative AI, should first focus on the core, that is data management, right? You need to get aware about how your data management is going to data management strategies are going into picture, and how your data is getting pumped to get the best benefits out of it. Right, Sophia?
Right, Amandeep.
Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned for such more videos.